It was Upset Wednesday. The World Juniors, as seen on NHL Network, picked this one up 6 minutes into the first. USA power play threatening. Tyler Madden, Jason Robertson trying to break through, but they couldn't. Now 12 minutes in. Jack Hughes feeling it. Sends to Noah Cates, and Team USA's on the board.
What a dish.
Well, there's what we were talking about, finding the open ice. Watch Jack Hughes, how he just surveys the situation. Look at the open ice just develop here as a guy net drives, and he finds him and makes a pass as the Russian or the Czech player doesn't take this guy driving the net. But that's what we're talking, a small guy finding the ice, not painting himself in the corner, putting himself in trouble.
So it is a 1-0 score going to the second. Breakaway coming in hot. Andre McCullough. Pressure from Phil Kemp, and it's still 1-0.
Nice back check here, putting pressure on the shooter. When you get a stick in there, just make sure, just messes you up possibly a little bit, and that one ends up going wide.
Chuck Norris used to be my favorite Norris. Now it's Josh Norris. 2-0, red, white, and blue.
I love this shot. This is a great shot, just a little sneaky shot as the goalie just moves his heel up a little bit. He shoots at 5-hole very quickly. Watch the opening right there, right on the ice, 5-hole. That's just a smart shot.
8 minutes to go in the second. Mikey Anderson with a rip. Unlucky.
There's a shot right there. Oh, hits a few things on the way in. Looks like it hits the defenseman, hits the goaltender, hits the bar. Almost.
Everything but the twine. So it's still 2-0. Czech power play. 8.5 to go. Alex Tanguay texting me all kinds of taunting messages once this happened. Martin Kaut makes it 2-1, and it's high drama in the quarters.
Yeah, that's the guy you got to cover. That bumper guy, so dangerous on the power play, and there he has just way too much time to tee it up and put that one home.
Now less than a minute to go. A 1-goal lead, and it is sent to the empty net. Chmielewski with the dagger.
How you like that one, Tangs? You're not texting tone now, huh?
Mark it up.
Yes.
Yes.
The empty netter.
Going to the semis. Look at the quarterfinal results. Some stunning results, including that top right corner. Finland beating Team Canada. Red and white scored first, and Finland really the most unlucky sequence for Team Canada, and there's been gnashing of teeth and hand-wringing ever since it happened. Russia was dominant in beating Slovakia 8-3. So this sets up intriguing semis tomorrow. It's the U.S. and Russia. Where have I seen that before? Rocky IV, Lake Placid, you name it. And then the other semi, intriguing as well. Switzerland, Finland semi is going to be intriguing to be sure. Only one team can win gold. The theory that this is such a short-run tournament, we understand it. But it was truly historic what happened to Canada. They had never hosted the World Juniors on their soil and not won a medal. It was a stunning loss. And Scotty, as a Canadian who's represented the country and had great success internationally, you can help put into perspective just how big a deal this is and was that they fell out.
Yeah, the flags are at half-mast today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But, hey, it's not bad. I hate it for Canada because you're Canadian, and I'd love to see them move on and maybe have that chance to be in the finals against the U.S. But this is huge for hockey. Canada, hockey is their sport. We go back to the Summit Series. I remember being in public school. The whole school went down to the gym to watch the Summit Series, to watch those games because they were midday back in North America. And it just shows you how important hockey is to Canada. And I know it's important in the U.S., but this is Canada's sport. Let's be realistic. So it's a tough day for Canadians, but there's more parity in the world right now, and it's not a bad thing. You look at the last 5 World Championship winners. There's a lot of different teams in there. Canada's not dominating. The U.S. is there maybe a couple times. Sweden's in there. Finland's in there. So it's the hockey world's getting closer to the Canadians. It really is, and this is a good thing for hockey because hockey, yes, is very important in Canada, but I think hockey's a better game when it's a worldwide sport and everybody's involved and everybody's competing and everybody's having success.
Rupper, when we were in school, can you imagine how cool it would have been to watch hockey as part of school? That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a difference. It's a different world. I mean, they take a lot of pride in it, and so even though on a day like this, when they lose, there's obviously disappointment. They want to see them win on their own soil, but at the same rate, it's a party whenever they do win. They win a lot.
They sure
do. It's pretty neat.
And one game elimination is tough, guys.
Yeah.
You can have some bad luck. You can have some good luck. You can have some fortunate bounces. You can have some great calls. You could have some injuries. You have to be a little bit lucky. Even when in a Stanley Cup, when it takes 7 games, you need to be a little lucky at times. Ask anybody. I've been there. I've done it. And that's very important. When it comes to one game, anything can happen. We saw that yesterday. You saw Canada had some chances to put the game away, broken stick, things happen, and that's why it's tough when it's one game, and that one game, everybody's got to come to play, everybody's got to be on the same page, and you got to have your best game every night.
These are fresh-faced kids, and for Max Comtois, it has been a mountain of criticism that he's faced since this penalty shot. He was not able to convert. He's been effective as a pro already. We've seen him play in the National Hockey League, and yet we understand the passion. We get it in highlighting, going back to the Summit Series, just how much passion there is for Team Canada. I've got to say, whether it's him or DiPietro, and Rupper drew the parallel back to what happened to Marc-Andre Fleury in the 04 World Juniors, these are kids. They'll bounce back from this. It's alarming to see the way some people have reacted and gone really over the top in reacting to the performance of young men that are under 20 years old.
Yeah, you know what I've said before, you have to fail to succeed sometimes. And yes, it's a tough pill to swallow, but they're going to be better players for it moving ahead. They're young kids. They're not even mature adults yet. They're still learning. This is going to help them if they use it the right way. Put all the outside noise aside. You're a professional. You did your best. You're trying to win the game. And this is just growing pains. And like I said, there's a lot of career left for these hockey players. Yes, there's a lot of players drafted on the Canadian team as the U.S., and they're going to have a chance to do great things in the National Hockey League. If they can take this moving forward and get better because of what happened in this bad moment for them as individuals, they're going to be better players, and they'll succeed down the road for maybe a chance at a Stanley Cup.
But the problem with our society nowadays and social media is that this kind of stuff, these people who've never even played the game of hockey in their life, Max Comtois has been awesome this year.
Amazing.
He has shown speed and shooting ability, and he is an NHL and will be an NHL player for a long time. And so if you're going to go on there and make comments about that, I mean, you give your head a shake, man.
Yes.
I mean, listen, there's one thing, and I'll give it to, there's always that argument, I pay this money, I can go to the games, and I can say whatever I want to say. Yes, to the pros that are making millions and millions of dollars, you could tell me whatever you want to say. That's a kid, man.
Come on.
Are you for real right now? So
Amen.
just those people need to, I wish they would sign up for, Scotty, you and I should start a men's league hockey team, and I want all those people who are going to send him messages. We'll give you a free pass. We'll pay for your flight in. Come play against Scotty and I and all those guys.
Yeah.
See how you do.
Best.
See how you do. I'll tell you what. Don't cut across the middle when Scotty's out there. But my point is they're kids, man. This kid's going to have a great career. You got to ignore all this. Marc-Andre Fleury had to deal with it. He got through it. He's won 3 Stanley Cups.
Amen to that. And if you think about the way that they stood and were accountable. That, to me, I was so proud of them, whether it was DiPietro or Comtois. They stood and they answered. A few years ago, the Carolina Panthers were in the Super Bowl. Cam Newton didn't do that. He shied away from it.
Yeah.
And that's an older athlete who's had tremendous success and millions of dollars. Hats off to you guys. There was another massive upset, and we watched it unfold. The Swedes, so impressive on the back end, and yet they could not break through. The Swiss win. And they don't have a remarkable star like in years past. No Nino Niederreiter. They don't have Nico Hischier. What they do have is a spot in the semis. Their goalie was unreal. 87 saves on 89 shots in the tournament. Rupper, I've heard you say before, you get a hot goalie, you can go. They've got it.
That's a bigger upset for me. I mean, you're sitting there, Switzerland beating Sweden. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, we know that Canada and Finland. Or we know that's these other teams that are supposed to be in the mix here in the United States.
Sure.
Switzerland's not supposed to be one of those teams, and the fact that they were able to do that's incredible. And a hot goalie, yes. I mean, you get a hot goalie, especially in a short tournament like these, or even you can throw in the Olympics, World Championships, international play. You get a hot goalie, man. You're all set. You're good to go.
You lived it. Yeah. Dominic Hasek.
But the Swiss, they don't have the best individuals on their team, but they were the best team. They play well together. They know they have to be airtight. They all have to do the same things. They can't cheat. They need 5 guys back to the house to be able to beat these teams, the Swedens and the Canadian teams, and good for them. It's nice to see these teams that are underdog teams come together and play so well as a group and as a team and doing all the little things to have success and win alongside with great goaltending.
What a compliment to say that they played so cohesively together. So the semifinals are set. Friday it is. Russia and Team USA right here, 4 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network. Cannot wait for that clash, followed by Switzerland and Finland. The winners of those games will play for gold at the 2019 World Juniors.